We're back. At this point, I feel like Hoyoverse does it on purpose. Let me just finish making sure it's all good. Gonna really mess with the VODs for that one. It's the most annoying part, to be honest. I think we're good. It wouldn't be a Honkai stream without technical difficulties. Well, bam. Just check one more thing. Okay. Retrieving recent contact data. Retrieving. Data retrieval complete. Current target, Wallace. Oh, I know Wallace. User data updated, navigation disabled. Please make contact with target personally. It's not actually disabled. Mr. Regan, though I still don't fully understand your big universe time tunnel theory, my intuition tells me that this is an era-defining discovery. Fear not, Wallace. The very fact that you are able to sense the greatness of my theory already places you above 99.99% of all people in the universe. Come, I will find an even simpler way to explain it to you. What's up? What are you two doing? What am I doing? Spreading scientific theory, of course. It's been a while, that guy. You came just at the right time. Please allow me to introduce my dear friend, great scientist, an explorer on the path of universal truth, Mr. Regan. He and I go way back. He has helped me submit my papers to the Ministry of Education many times, although none of them were ever successful. Yeah, I failed most of the tests. To be honest. Although it is thanks to his screw-ups that I finally decided to make my own scientific publication. Without that, I'd never have had the chance to meet Wallace. Congratulations. Thank you, my boring life has been fulfilling ever since I met Mr. Regan. I get to learn all sorts of new things every day. Not me that's made your life fulfilling, it was science. Perhaps this is what authors mean when they speak of lonely but noble souls finding their way together. What's even more worthy celebrating is that our friendship has also produced something great. Citizen Science, as the first privately owned scientific journal in Billabog, I am honored to become one of its sponsors. Wallace, I will never forget how you came to save me in my moment of need. I assure you that I will finish this journal and have our names etched in the history of Billabog together. Well, I'm just glad you're both doing well. Thank you. I also hope that you are able to find your own best friend. Oh, that's right. There is one more thing I wanted to ask for your help. I remember your photography skills are top rate. Could you please take a picture of me and Regan together as a symbol of our friendship? You're right. A great scientific team will require a photo to serve as a memento for future generations. Get that guy out of the shot. There we go. Wow. Done. Let's have a look. Wow, the background, the composition, the lighting, the poses, the expressions. I could not change a thing, just like my perfect friendship with Mr. Regan. We'll use this picture as a cover of the next issue of Citizen Science. To-do list item 1 is complete. Next, navigate to the Herta Hotel. The contact for this area is Old Herta. The optimal route has already been... Oh, that's the robot talking. The optimal route has already been plotted. Yeah, so it seems this quest is checking in on all these people who were daily quest providers, which is fun.
Come around and have a look.
I wonder if the daily quests are over, like, are they no longer a thing, I wonder? They certainly don't have one listed here. I wonder if they got rid of them then. But what about new players? Old Herta, who's looking to slack off today? I think you still have assignments for you at this age. If you were a few days later, I think the Rightful Right Society would have already been disbanded. Slacking off is human nature. That was before. People are going all out these days. Ever since Billabog made contact with the outside world, everyone's attitude has since been affected. More people are working overtime and everyone rushes from place to place. I've even got less people coming in for afternoon tea. Maybe we all saw the possibility of getting better life and decided to work harder. Or maybe the IPC introduced late-stage capitalism, either way. It's always good to push yourself, but how do I put it? I feel like we've lost the relaxing vibe we had before. Naturally, the Rightful Right Society that advocates for suitable relaxation has declined. Members are quitting one by one, and now I'm left here with the notification board all alone. Sounds like an invasion of IPC culture. Being an IPC employee must be really tough then. Oh, come to think of it, there was a girl named Celine who posted an assignment yesterday. She wanted someone to go to the florist and buy her a bouquet of flowers. But she didn't even state what kind of flowers she wanted. All she said was that they were for a famous and beautiful actress. Flowers all looked the same to me. I've had no idea how to pick a bouquet, so I put her assignment aside. Would you be willing to help her? Yeah, actually, I was just on my way to see her. Then that could be that could not be perfect. I imagine this will be the Society's last ever assignment. The florist isn't far from here. Go and find that girl as soon as you've got the flowers. Don't keep her waiting. I actually don't really remember that Gerda one. But I do remember Celine. She's obsessed with that actress. And I only ever enabled her. Dad, look, it's that guy who helped us before. So it is. I never expected to bump into you in the florist. You're here buying flowers? I need to pick up a bouquet for someone. Me too. There are more varieties of flowers here than I've seen military supplies. Trying to decide is making my head spin. I'll never forget how you helped my family. I wouldn't be here shopping with my daughter right now if it weren't for you. Have you retired? Not yet. These recruits are a real handful. I have to lead them on a little longer. I hurried home to see my wife and daughter as soon as I accumulated a few days of leave. Haha, silly Dad. He was in such a rush that he forgot to bring presents. Mommy said that it was no problem, but her face told a different story, so I dragged Dad straight here to buy flowers to make up for it. It's all my fault. I got so excited while on the way home that I completely forgot to bring a gift. Have you picked your bouquet? Let us buy it for you as a little token. I can't decide. I see. Why don't you tell me more about what you're looking for? Tell me who they're for, and I'll come up with some suggestions. They're for a famous actress. Then I recommend a bouquet of marquis. They're the most beautiful flowers in Bellabog, as well as the species most difficult to grow. Only a flower like that would be suitable for a distinguished actress. I'll take a bouquet of marquis, then. Alright, let me help you pick a few. Your flower's all wrapped up. It's getting late. I should head home. These flowers are beautiful. I hope the person you're giving likes them. I don't really remember them either. It's been a long time, alright? It's been like 2 years. Are you finally here for my singing again? That won't do. You need to enjoy the proper performance in the theater, or are you here for something else? I brought the flowers you asked for. I never thought it'd be you taking on the assignment. These flowers are beautiful, thank you. I was worried you wouldn't like them. Why didn't you go and buy them yourself? I wanted to go and buy them myself. They're for a dear friend, after all. But I've had so many performances lately that I've been too busy with rehearsals to do anything else. Actually, my friend will be here in a second. You know her as well. So, do you want to catch up with her as well? Yeah, sure. You've piqued my curiosity. As you and Celine wait, a familiar figure soon appears. Hello, Celine. Are you here too, that guy? Long time no seen, Tamila. Your audition went well, I assume. I even bought you some flowers to celebrate. What beautiful flowers. Thank you so much. As for the audition, it went even better than I imagined. IPC has already agreed to sign me up. I'm going to be debuting as a new jazz singer very soon. Wow. Thought you did musicals. Did Celine not tell you? I'm not an actress anymore. It all started when I took part in a Bellabog and IPC cultural exchange event where I discovered jazz music. I fell in love with the genre immediately. As you know, my voice is not well suited for musicals. Fortunately, it turns out that it's perfect for jazz. I always thought that you had such a unique voice, Miss Tamila. It was such a sultry and enchanting tone. Now that you've got a chance to step out on an even larger stage, I'm so happy for you. Celine, you should also go and find your own stage. Your voice is more suited to musicals than mine, and your appearance and acting skills are also remarkable. You could easily walk up the stage and become a real musical performer. But do you really think I can do that? Yeah. I believe in you. Of course you can, and to be honest, I'm about to go to the IPC to undergo training, and I will be away for Bellabog for a long time. The theater stage will need a prima donna, and you are the only person who can do it. So, Celine, please promise me that you won't allow our performance to end here. Miss Tamila, becoming a musical performer has actually always been my dream, Miss Tamila, that guy. As you both have been so much faith in me, I'll do everything I can to get there. I will not let you down, or myself. That's more like it. You should aim to become a star of the entire theater. I'll come and watch your performance. Can you come after I get a bit more used to the stage? I have to be behind. I have to have behind. I have to leave behind. I think it should say a little memento before I leave Belobog. How about we take a picture together, all three of us? It will be a while before we are able to see or meet again. Then let's use the theater as the background. This is where our artistic dreams took off. All of you gather in front of the theater. Please take your positions. I will take a picture as soon as you're all in place. Wait a moment, my skirt is a little wrinkled. Let me fix it quickly. I want to put on some lip gloss too. Alright, I'll turn on the flash. Try not to squint. Automatic burst mode activated. Alright, smile. That's the best photo I've taken all day. Not bad. Now I can look at this picture whenever I miss home. Yeah, my agent is telling me I have to go. When I release my solo album, I'll send you a copy straight away. Wow, Miss Tamila, make sure you come and visit the theater when you have time. Wow. You have inspired me. I should have taken a picture with the researchers before I left the space station. Do you miss home? I do not have the concept of home. If I had a home, I would say that it would be the Astral Express, as I currently serve you. As my internal memory is limited, there may be a day when I automatically delete the records of my creators, therefore I thought I could use a picture as a way of preserving them. However, I should keep my computational power focused on the current mission. We will now be navigating to Belobog Underworld. Why is the location marked as below us? Has my navigation system malfunctioned? That's just how the underworld is over here. I mean, it's literally in the name. My apologies, target location is beyond my processing capabilities. Please find your own route. Go to Boulder Town. I'm glad Celine's got to be a star now.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Arrived at designated location, synchronizing historical data. Astral Express data shows that the nameless previously assisted a legendary organization of heroes. Alteration, underground organization known as the Moles, in completing a cargo delivery mission here. I did that, yeah, it's true. Records regarding your personal involvement have been found. Data shows that your performance while assisting was outstanding, and you received great praise from the Moles members. Suggestion, search for Julian before heading to the clinic. You left a deep impression on him. There is a 0% chance that he will refuse to communicate with you. Route generation complete. Please proceed to the designated area and contact Julian. Sobbing. What's going on? The deliveries, I don't want to talk about it. Cries. Oh, it's you. Did you need to speak with Julian about something? He's a little out of sorts at the moment. Please try not to get him riled up. What happened? The school distributed a new patch of practice question booklets yesterday. He took a shortcut to deliver them to some of his classmates' homes. I have no idea what he saw in the way, but he's been like this ever since. Oleg is extremely concerned about this. He and the Silvermane guards patrolled the area for a whole night, but they didn't find anything. I gave him a routine inspection. Fortunately, he seems completely healthy. From the looks of it, I'd say he was exposed to some kind of mental shock. Let me speak with him. Julian does tend to be a little timid, but I've never seen him this scared before. He loves being with the Astral Express crew. Maybe he'll be willing to talk to you. Brother, I'm sorry. I'm so useless. I've been a burden to everyone again. Julian is crying so much you can barely make out what he's saying. Emotional abnormality detected in target. Activating support function. Your current heart rate is 127 BPM, and you are hyperventilating. Please match your breathing to the rhythm of the light displayed on my screen. Ha, phew, ha, phew. Wow, you're amazing. I feel a little better now. Please maintain that breathing rate. Furthermore, there is something I must tell you. According to the data from the Astral Express previous visits to Belobog, your previous transport mission success rate is 96.7%. Medical supplies delivered by you have saved the lives of 27 citizens. Calculating from the current age, only 0.0003% of your peers have achieved this level of success. You are not useless. In fact, you are a great emergency worker. I just did what needed to be done. I had no idea this robot was trained in psychological treatment. Neither did I. This is a learning outcome based on the Astral Express crew's behavior patterns. Julian takes a deep breath and stops crying. Yesterday, when I was approaching the Fragmentum, I was going to take a shortcut, but I looked up and I saw them. What did you see? It was a group of Silvermane guards. Their uniforms were torn to pieces, and they were covered in wounds. I thought it was strange. I'd never seen them in town before. They kept asking me, are our supplies here? I was so scared I grabbed my book bag and ran for it, but when they saw me running, they started to chase me. Those Silvermane guards, they didn't look like they were alive. That's fine, you're safe now that I'm here. Those were ghosts that roam the Fragmentum. The Fragmentum, I've heard about miners who saw visions of the past while being around the Fragmentum, but even they said that they saw Silvermane guards who were posted here 100 years ago. But it doesn't rule out the possibility that someone is playing tricks. But why would they target Julian? I don't know. They kept chasing me all the way to the end of the hallway. I'm so scared to go outside now. Even though I'm outside right now. Just thinking about their looks make me go... Wait, I have an idea. Maybe allowing Julian to see their true form would be the best way to help him overcome his fear. What do you think? Those miners saw the echoes that linger around the Fragmentum, and they came back unharmed. Surely that shows that the phantoms are not going to hurt anyone. But if it's someone deliberately causing trouble, you will be able to stop them before they can do anything bad. Facing your fear is the only way to defeat it. Julian, do you want to give it a go? That guy and I will be by your side the whole time, and we won't leave you no matter what. Take us to that passage with the Fragmentum, and maybe we can rid you of this nightmare. Yeah, I'm so scared, but if you two are with me... Okay, I'll try. Come with me. I think it was down that path. Follow mode initiated. It was right here. I remember they suddenly popped out of this intersection. Don't worry. We're here for you. As the words leave your lips, the air suddenly grows heavy, and you feel the temperature drop around you. Which is kind of surprising since it's snowing. It's already very cold. Ah, they're back. Supplies. Is it the supplies? Who are you? This is a military restricted zone. Unauthorized personnel cannot enter here. Oh, and it's a fight. Classic Honkai.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true. Step up, let's see ya.
Time for a fun. Set the seas aflame!
That's all you got? Nice like a good, my friend. Indulge yourselves! Take your positions. Let's improvise.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed. Time for a fun.
This is more. Every victory is hard won.
I've never seen this fighting style before. No, this isn't right. You are not our enemies, you are... We are Belobog citizens. Supreme Guardian sent us to find you. Huh? The Supreme Guardian? Look, this is the badge from the Silvermane Guard's Boulder Town garrison. I'm the town's doctor. Thank goodness, we're saved. Long live the Supreme Guardian. The Supreme Guardian must have sent them to bring us supplies. So that's what's going on. We are Squad 7. I am the commanding officer. And we have been ordered to guard this place. This area is extremely dangerous, and those with no business here must stay away for their own safety. How long have you been here? We have held out for 7 months. Our ammo supplies are dwindling, and the storehouse is empty. We are gone hungry for I don't know how many days now. We have never abandoned our post. You have already completed your mission. You can rest now. Natasha explains to the guards everything that has happened in Bellbox since they took up their post. Seems like our perseverance till the bitter end did achieve something. May the flames of Bellbog never die. May our people enjoy eternal happiness. The Silvermane guards fade into sparkling dust and gradually disappear. So that's what happened. You understand now. They're not scary. They're our ancestors who fought until their last breath to protect us. Transporting goods, helping others, making sure others stay alive. The work you're doing now is also an extension of these guards' will. They would never harm you. Okay, I understand. I'm not scared anymore, but will they ever appear again? They are gone forever. Really? That's a shame. Lucky gave me a half bag of candy. I've been saving it all this time, and now I want to share it with these soldiers. I'll make an application to the guard, or the Supreme Guardian, when we go back and see if we can find out their names. I like to set up a monument here as a memorial to these brave soldiers. That way, anytime you come here and see the monument, it's like seeing these soldiers again. As long as they exist in your memory, they will never die. I want to tell this story to everyone in the moles. I want them all to come here and say hello to these nice guards. You, Natasha, thank you. If it weren't for you, I might have never figured out their story, sobbing. You're all grown up now, Julian. No more crying like that, okay? Wow, okay, I'm a big, strong man now. I feel like I have learned something, but I cannot detect any systems that require upgrading. I never realized that you are also capable of further growth. Is that so? I suppose I am a robot. I do not fully understand human emotions, but I have discovered an interesting phenomenon. It seems that everyone has names. This seems to be the manifestation of some kind of concept that is more complex than a simple exchange of benefits. I have been thinking perhaps I could give myself a name, something like Dum Dum or based on the average intelligence quota of sentient creatures. These two names seem somewhat appropriate. Don't put yourself down like that. There are already entries for Dum Dum and Da in the space station terminal records. Registration cannot be completed. You are right, I cannot use these names. Let us focus on the next segment of your journey. Your next stop is Orem Alley on the Shinjo. Oh. Didn't realize that. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go. One moment, my database is showing that there is a second destination. We must visit the Alchemy Commission, as well as Orem Alley. The Nameless has assisted UUN of the Vigia Audera in the past, though I am currently unable to contact her. So our next journey will be to Dew's Tea House in Orem Alley to meet with Boss Dew. As for the Alchemy Commission, I have left a word with UUN. Please wait for her to reply. I like that we got an ending for the Fragmentum. That's fun. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, I know that face. Hello, my friend. Oh, hi, Boss Dew. Ah, it isn't my best tea taster. We've got so many customers today that I didn't notice you were here. Come, I prepared a seat for you. Sit down, I'll prepare you a fine brew. Your business is booming. It's thanks to you helping me sample all those teas. That is what inspired me to use tea tasting as a way to attract customers. Honestly, I have never met anyone who understands the art of tea tasting like you do. I've made quite a few extremely popular products based on your feedback, but seeing that you always end up with some interesting reactions every time you drank my new product, I felt bad asking you to come and help me again. So my product research and development plan stopped for a while. That was when I had a moment of inspiration. Though others may not understand tea like you do, as long as I have enough people sampling my teas, I will eventually be able to select a perfect brew based on their feedback. It's called large-scale data collection. See, that's expertise for you. You understand what I'm talking about immediately. Every month I put 5 new teas on for sale that customers can try for half price. They have no idea what is in the brew, and get to vote according to their own preferences. The brews that get the most votes get to make a formal debut. I mean, formally go on sale. Anyone can take part in this event and brings a sense of surprise and suspense. Before I knew it, we were overwhelmed with participants, and the queue to try my tea stretched all the way down to Arm Alley docks. You should design the event for the next update. I'm just a tea house owner. I'll just stick to brewing tea. That's enough chit chat. Try this tea. It's the highest rated of all my new brews. Its name is Taste of the Sea. He pours Taste of the Sea into your teacup.
Brew some leaves and...
Please enjoy. I'll just drink it and get it over with. Fill with your teacup and open the lid. The liquid in the cup is colorless and odorless. It's more like plain boiled water than tea. No, this is not simply boiled water. As you stare at it closely, it begins to resemble a bottomless ocean. An ocean with a kind of depth and vastness that can only be accumulated over hundreds of millions of years. You press the teacup to your trembling lips and allow the water to rush into your stomach. The feeling of ancient ocean waves crashing against rocks sends a slight shock over your taste buds. Delicious is not enough to describe this tea. If there were a path of way of the tea, you are certain that Boss 2 would be approaching its absolute pinnacle. If only the salty flavor could be slightly toned down. So what do you think? Isn't it special? It's delicious. But did you put salt in it? Haha, that recipe is a store secret. You mustn't tell anyone. The key is in the water used to brew the tea. The regular well or river water aren't good enough for this recipe. It has to be seawater. More specifically, it has to be sea from the luminescent depths. In order to ensure the quality of the tea, I send side cranes to secretly collect water from the edges of the luminescent depths first thing every morning. I think they're starting to catch on to me. I'm afraid this tea will be unavailable for a while. The luminescent depths, those 2 words take you back. Tell Boss 2 about your experience. You recall the halcyon days when you would collect drift bottles along the luminescent depth shores. Unfortunately, UUN still hasn't replied with an update about the drift bottles. That's who she is, okay. You cannot help but wonder how things are going out over there. Maybe Boss 2 will know something about this as a local tea house owner. Have you ever picked up something strange while you were down on the shore? Something strange. Let me think. I often pick up kelp, seashells, and things that get washed up by the water. Oh, I picked up a drift bottle once as well. I was going to open it and see what was inside, but a patrolling Visit Ottera stopped me and kept calling me an unshackled or something. I was explaining myself for hours before she let me go. But she ended up taking the drift bottle with her. I'd love to know what was written inside. It's just a bunch of nonsense stories. Huh? How do you know that? Oh dear, I've been talking to you for so long that I completely forgot to serve my other customers. Please, take your time tasting the teas. If you need anything, just tell me. I have managed to re-establish contact with the UUN. She has sent you a message. Check it quickly. Sorry, I was busy and just saw this message. Out capturing Unshackled? Yep, caught a few more today. Just finished teaching them a lesson. I digress. You want to know what happened with those bottles, right? A tea salesperson picked up another bottle a while back. The contents were complete nonsense. If you're interested, you can come and check it out yourself. I'll be right there. Alright, I'll wait for you at the Alchemy Commission.
Can you just give me some peace?
Here's what was written in the ledger, if you'd like to read it. I don't know if the writer's imagination has run away with them, or if they just have too much time on their hands. It looks like the previous story of being lost at sea has come to an end. It seems an author has taken a new artistic direction. My dear friend. This is the last time I'm writing a letter as a refugee. Saturday and I are tired of being hermits, and it's time for a big change. We've decided to reach for the stars. We're not just going to take the star skiff and go on a trip, because no one wants to read boring stories about that. We crafted a hot air space balloon powered by the currents in space, and it will only take 90 days to visit every major xianzhou. So, my friend, this is farewell, because I am setting off tonight. Please do not worry about me, for I have courage and oars of wisdom. He's moved on to science fiction. I imagine that's probably the end of it. I hope so. I've had enough of these twists and turns. Whatever the case, it looks like this whole thing has finally come to an end. Thank you for your hard work back then. That's it? Just thanks for your hard work? I don't need to trouble you with all this anymore. I bought a catch of side cranes. I'll do daily patrols and other missions like this. Naturally, in recognition of your outstanding contributions to the environmental protection of the lunarescent depths, I've applied for you to receive a special reward from the Realm Keeping Commission. The application should be approved soon. All to-do items have been completed. You can prepare for your return when you are ready. Beep, beep, beep. It's time to return and charge my batteries. Oh, you're leaving. All right. If you wish to come and visit me at the seaside, you're welcome anytime. Return. Oh, that was a readable? Oh yeah, readables. Readables. No new readables. What? The new planet doesn't have books yet? They're slacking. Hoyoverse is slacking. The past two updates haven't had any books. And this is 3.0. This is a new planet. But what, that one did say it was a readable though. Maybe it's an inventory readable. RIP YouTube channel. Use treasure gadget to find basic treasure in the corresponding world. Oh. After use, one basic treasure location will be displayed on the map of Shenzhou Lofu. Infinite uses though. Oh. Jeweler's Pagoda point rewards. How did I get this? I don't know. Is that book anywhere? I don't know. It did say readable though. But not a true readable. Unless it was a part. Let me go to Shenzhou. Is it a new part of something or something? No, nothing says new. Interesting. Turn to the Astral Express. Oh, this is my room. Oh yeah, Sunday's traveling with us now. That's a thing. Forgot about that guy. You're back. That face of her tells me that it was a worthwhile trip. It was. During this trip, I recorded 127 human behaviors, 2,891 items of conversational data, and 46 instances of emotional fluctuation. This data has allowed me to gain a greater understanding of this guy and the Astral Express. pretty smart, learns quick. Stop, you are embarrassing me. I feel like my processing chip is overheating. Well, what did you learn on this little adventure? No good deed is too trivial. I learned what it means to trailblaze. When I first started as a nameless, I always wanted to do great things too. I wanted to save the world and change lives. You know what it's like as a youngster full of energy. Over time, I discovered that the cosmos really is just too big. Even the most earth-shattering events are no more than a drop in the ocean when it comes to the vast starry seas. But we are always growing. Every action that a nameless takes is capable of creating huge waves in the lives of normal people. When we shine a little light along the way and help people as we travel, do you think it is they who receive more courage and hope? No, I think the ones that truly benefit are actually the nameless. Saving. I hope that you will not charge my royalties for quoting you, Miss Himiko. I think you're right. You are already doing an amazing job as nameless. Never underestimate your strength. Here, let me show you something. Himiko accesses the little robot's programs and synchronizes it with the latest data. The engineers and I gave this little one a few upgrades. Not only can it help you with more things now, but it can also has learned to actively help others. Affirmative. I have studied and ascertained this man's behavioral patterns, and will independently carry out acts of kindness within my ability in the future. I suggested that it wanted to update its communication system to the latest... I keep saying latest. To the latest model, to make it easier for you to contact the friends you have met along your journey whenever you want. Communication system adjusted complete. Contacts catalog updated. When we updated the communication system, we immediately received this thank you letter. It is a formal letter from the Shinjo's Realm-Keeping Commission, thanking you and recognizing your contribution toward the Lunarescent Depths Environmental Protection Project. They also sent over a huge pack of souvenirs. Here. Oh wow, that is a huge pack. They're all yours. When March heard about all your adventures, she was determined to save them all for you when you got back. Alright, you spent enough time rushing around helping people. It's time to get some good rest. As for this little guy, why don't you keep them in the party car? If you have any issues, you can ask them to take care of it for you. Try talking with it whenever you get time. After the system upgrades, it knows lots of surprising functions waiting for you to discover. Ordinary world. Looking back from where you began, you might have already left a great many rippling waves in lots of people's lives. Surprised we didn't visit the station though. I wanted to. There's one daily quest I was always interested in where we were trying to teach like the android. I don't remember her name, but we were like trying to teach her how to be a human. But the quest never changed. Like it was always the same options when you got the daily quest. And I always wanted to like see the outcome of that. I'm a bit disappointed that that wasn't one of them. But what do we do if we talk to assistant? Room scan completed. Setting up room details. Authorization confirmed. Perhaps I should have introduced myself. Sorry about that. After everything that's been through, I forgot the formalities. My designation is XS9527 from the Herta space station, but these days I'm going by that guy's assistant, much like Miss Himiko does. You can just refer to me as assistant. And no, it is definitely not because names like Dum Dum and Dum Dum 123, Genius and Genius 123 were already taken. You haven't changed, have you? Thanks to all the training data we've gathered together, I've been able to enhance my functions. The biggest change I've noticed, I've started forming my own thoughts, like, now, I don't want to just sweep floors in this dreary mood. I'd rather stay here with you. I almost forgot. I need to update you on your new features from this upgrade. Tailored just for you by the Express and Space Station. First, Life Assistant mode. I can tidy your room and manage clutter. If we have the right ingredients, I can cook for you too. Then there's the communication assistant mode. I've got the space station's directory loaded up, ready to handle incoming messages, save important ones, and facilitate remote connections upon approval. Don't forget reading mode, which includes access to the albums and private files at any time. Adler, a researcher from the space station, I remember him, asked me to pass on a message. He's halted his research on the station's ghost stories, yeah, he did do that, and has a manuscript for you, as a photocopy, which I've already certified. Besides that, the engineers have gave me a singing function. Seriously, whose idea was that? Cough, considering the current state of my voice production module, I'd advise against using this feature unless absolutely necessary. Alright, I need to refresh the data and tweak some settings tailored to your needs. Just give me a shout if you need anything. Big universe, small world. Speak with little robot. Wow. Achievement just for speaking with it. I don't know, it would have been cool if it became a pet that would follow us around. What can you help us with? Like what is reading mode? Mr. Adler has sent over some materials announcing he's abandoning his research into the space station's ghost stories. He's compiled and bound a manuscript, which has already sent your way. New photos have been added to the album. From your last visit to Bellabog with Tamila and Miss Celine. Just a heads up, my photography skills aren't great. I hope you don't mind. So we can just look at the picture. This is one of my snapshots. I hope you're okay with it. I can crack a few jokes too if you're ever feeling down. What about the manuscript? Your voicemail is nearly full. Why not sort through and decide whose messages to listen to first? Just a heads up, space station regulations prevent me from mimicking other people's voices without authorization. So I'll be reading all messages with my own voice. Okay. Check messages from space station. Receiving. Please select who you want to hear. Oh gosh. I think I remember Sheila. Is Sheila the robot? Yes. Hey teacher, thanks for all the insights. The virtual world is truly fascinating, but its darker side is more intense than I ever imagined. I made more like a clone. Yeah, that's it. I got the green light from the senior and lead researcher. She has my memory data, and she's indistinguishable to anyone else. The world is simple, people not so much. After a lot of thought, I've decided to stop dealing with humans. This might be my last message to you. Good teacher, goodbye. Receiving, please select who you want to hear from. Okay. I don't remember Esther or Emily. And I mean, maintenance engineer could be anyone. To be honest, if the medical department hadn't given him a psychological evaluation, I might have thought he was a bit of an introvert. It's surprising he took the initiative to message you. How about the past, really? You've been like a reboot parent to these tiny robots, breathing new life into them. Oh, the Fix All the Robot quest. There's no way to repay you, but I've dipped into my pockets to upgrade your gear and tweak some settings. Hope you find the improvements you're liking. Notice any new functions I've added? It might seem shy, but it's actually quite fond of singing. Just too bashful to perform publicly. Me, love singing. No way, ignore that. He's full of nonsense. Receiving, please select who you want to hear from. Aunt Esther has been in high spirits lately. According to my talkative engineer, she's become quite the heartbreaker, with quite a few gentlemen admirers. Goodness, let me tell you, I was the center of attention at that party the other day. It was quite embarrassing. I only wish we'd met sooner. Perhaps a few years earlier, but never mind. All that now, dear. I'm looking forward to retirement. I've heard from the researchers that you've been making quite a splash on your adventures with the Astral Express. It sounds pretty wild out there, so please take care. And remember, if you ever becomes too much, you can always come back. I still have enough influence to help you out here. Receiving, please. I don't remember Esther at all. That did not help me. That guy, I wish I wasn't so slammed with work. I'd invite you for tea when you dock back at the space station. Believe it or not, all the rookies here think I'm super kind. Credit goes to you for expert training. The main issue is having to socialize every day. Just responding to messages takes up so much time. I feel like I've got no personal life. Well, I guess that's a good problem to have in a way. Oh, hold on. I've got a video call coming in. Gotta go. Alright. We'll check the other ones later. What about that box? Did I get a box? No. Alright, let's get into this.
passengers. The navigation meeting will be starting soon.
Is Black Swan not joining us? They haven't fixed the voice acting. Okay. Wasn't prepared for that. I guess that means they didn't replace them yet. Or maybe they don't plan to. She doesn't think it's right to join in on our vote when she's only hitchhiking with us, so she's waiting in the party car. Though she said that she believes we'll end up deciding on Amphorius. Let's prove her wrong. I'm sure everyone has a destination in mind. Where's Sunday?
He isn't joining us for the navigation meeting. He went to the party car to rest. Don't worry about him. An unexpected destination could be a great starting point for Sunday.
I'm not worried about him.
I can't decide if he'll be happy or disappointed to hear that.
Alright, let's start.
Since everyone's here, Pom-Pom will start presenting our options. First up is the oceanic planet of Lushaka.
Where the watchmaker's from. Oh, Dan Hung doesn't have a voice either. That's gonna be awkward, considering it seems like he's gonna appear a lot based on the trailer. Mr. McHale's homeworld, Lushaka, was hit by rising sea levels after the Celeron disaster, though I'm not sure how things are on the planet now.
Next, we have Melustanin, the agate world.
That's where Drill of the Beauty ascended, a world of undying allure. It's also said to be one of the initial sites of the Celeron disaster. Probably not the safest choice. I would never go anywhere that Ardenti could show up.
Given the Express's fuel situation, it's worth us thinking through our options carefully.
And finally, the most adventurous option, the eternal land, Amphorius.
Ah, planet not recorded in the databank. And a world even Achivilius never set foot on. But if this trailblazing expedition works out, it could solve our fuel problem.
Or we'll be stranded on an unknown world for all eternity. Can the Express achieve perpetual motion? No one wants to go to the Edo Star? I want to go to, I never can remember its name. It starts with a T. Tayakion or something? One day we'll go there. It's not that simple, but we can save Pom-Pom from worrying about service delays, at least for a foreseeable period of time.
Amphorius does have something to offer, unlike the other options. Plus, it's a completely unknown world. What better place to trailblaze?
It's true.
I feel the same. While we know nothing about Amphorius, we know the other two worlds aren't exactly safe options. Anyway, if it's a risk we're taking, we might as well throw in some adventure for good measure.
Let's be honest, Welt, this world is also not going to be safe. Agreed. So everyone's leaning toward the uncharted world. It seems we've got a crew of like-minded adventurers on the Express. That includes me, too. I'm for Amphorius.
Looks like Pom-Pom's voting plan won't be needed after all. It's official then. Our next stop is Amphorius.
Great! I'm looking forward to the conductor's jump announcement. I'll be in my room freeing up some memory on my camera. I'm going to have to snap tons of pretty pictures this time.
Don't forget to share the good news with Miss Black Swan. Better start packing up too, or maybe I should go chat with some of the others. Chat with your companions. This is your first time exploring beyond the astral charts, isn't it? Are credits gonna be useless here? That's a good point. Same as everyone else, right? Maybe not for Pom Pom. And the worlds that have been mapped on the astral charts also represent new surprises from time to time. But we'll be fine. Let's just say I have a backup plan. I will reveal it when the time comes. What does that mean?
A world yet to be explored by the Trailblaze. No self-respecting nameless would turn that opportunity down.
An opportunity hard to come by?
Absolutely. The Astral Express has always traveled along the silver rail laid down by Akivili. We don't normally get to venture into a world beyond the knowledge of the Trailblaze. But this time, we might just get the chance to add a brand new stop to the astral charts. I don't mind telling you, I'm a little excited.
I can't provide many details about our destination this time. You can ask the Memo Keeper if you want to know more. The databank's gonna get a huge update. I suppose there's a lot to do. I'll disembark with you all this time. We've never had this many passengers on board before. I'm still not used to it. Why don't you head to the party car first? I'll see you later.
Oh, hey, great timing! I just turned on my camera and was looking through some old photos. Can I ask you something? What's your favorite part of a journey? From start to finish?
The start of the journey, when we dive into the unknown. The middle, when some gains are made. The end of the journey, when we want to commemorate the adventure. The middle, I guess.
Then you're going to have to give me a nudge whenever there's something worth snapping. Anyway, enough chit-chat. I better pack some extra batteries in case we end up somewhere without power.
Yep. Probably bring survival gear. Now, Sunday counts as a companion.
Ah, you're here. I hear the Nameless are going to Amphorius. A very wise decision.
Who did you hear it from? Why do you want to go? Why is the garden turning to us for help? Where did you hear it from?
I am a memo keeper after all. Memories don't lie. Memo keepers traverse the worlds only to collect precious memories. Have you heard that before? It's my duty to salvage unknown memories, and the Amphorius that has been revealed by the garden's mirror is like a treasure inside a display case. Dazzling, yet out of reach.
Yeah, but whose memory was it from?
I need a sharp nail to break through that glass, and that's where you come in. Only through trailblazing can we reach the heart of Amphorius. cut through the thick mist and bring the world's memories back to light.
Why is it snowing inside the cabin? What is happening?
I trust you won't disappoint me.
Why do you sound kind of threatening? I guess it just like snows around the bar. That's weird.
Another day.
Looks like you've decided on your next stop.
Yeah, we're going to Washtopia.
I see.
No comment.
Those who embark on a long journey simply need to set off.
After much deliberation, you realize that insufficient preparation is as good as no preparation. Might as well... Never mind, having some preparation is better than none. Even formalities have their place. It looks like it's about time I should find a spot to take in the views during the warp.
Attention passengers! The express is about to make the jump. Please be seated and hold on.
There's nothing there. Confusing. The answer lies hidden in the starry sky.
Infinity?
Here it is. The isolated world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror.
It's like... So we jumped to it, but it was still like invisible. Like it's only... inside Memoria, or...
The eternal land, Amphorius.
Eternal, infinity. Is the planet infinity, or is the planet the light in the middle of it? Whoa, it's the shape of an 8. I want to ask all these questions. How did it suddenly appear? What celestial body is this? How did it appear?
I used a little magic, so all of you can also see what it looks like. As you can see, Amphorius is surrounded by a mass of chaotic matter that conceals it from the outside world. Nearly. Conventional interstellar travel can't detect its presence, let alone pass by or land on the planet. Yet the garden caught a glimpse of this place, and along with it, discovered ever-shifting traces.
Well, I wonder how the people there found it in the first place, then. Three paths interweave and fetter Amphorius, co-authoring the fate of the world. Ordinary pathstriders aren't known to leave traces in the mirror. So if what you said is true, then this isolated star system must have been home to at least 3 beings comparable to emanators.
I would even go as far as to say, eons themselves.
Really?
For a world to have nurtured such marvels, yet still remain unheard of throughout the cosmos? That is hard to fathom.
How could it be home to 3 eons? Don't eons need like a lot of people to like create the path? So like how would there be enough people for 3 eons to form? We already know one of the 3 paths to be the erudition. Oh, that's news to me. Okay.
I can reveal the second. In fact, you've all seen it just now. It's the remembrance.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Then it makes sense that a messenger of the garden would be capable of unveiling Amphorius for us. What about the final path?
Unfortunately, fate is keeping the 3rd path a mystery. I don't know what it is either.
All right.
Hidden beneath the brilliance of erudition and remembrance, yet possessing enough power to rival the other 2 paths. It could be the equilibrium, the enigmata, or perhaps the permanence. I have no clue at all.
Huh. Well, the permanence is supposed to be dead. Enigmata, though, that'd be interesting. I forget who equilibrium is.
This white ribbon of light encircling Amphorius might very well be a product of the 3 interwoven paths. Only when path striders of the Trailblaze enter the center of the vortex will its true nature be revealed.
Still, we don't know, or we know how far. Still, we know far too little about the planet. What's more pressing is finding a suitable landing site. We could end up over an ocean in a vacuum without oxygen, or worse yet, in the middle of a lava field. Is that the worst one? Let's go back to Lusaka. Now I see why databank's important. I'll volunteer for landing. I know you're fearless even in the face of death, but don't act recklessly. Everyone values you. Looks like someone is all set and itching to get off the train.
Wait, I think we might be missing someone.
Really? All 4 of us are here. Yeah, I was wondering where that chatterbox had gone. She said something about her camera before going back to her room. I haven't seen her since the warp. That's not like March. She's usually the most excited about expeditions. Let's drop by her room.
Something feels off. Please, all of you go ahead without me. I'll join you later.
Of course something feels off. 2 seconds in and something feels off already? Okay, equilibrium. Do we have... Huo, whatever this guy's name is. Equilibrium. Oh, equilibrium has, I believe, the Claret Wheel Temple follows equilibrium, don't they? The chain of karma that mortals obsess over is nothing but a rough approximation of the complicated topology behind all things. Huo dissolved their will into the web of logic behind the universe's movement, maintaining the balance and stability of all things in perpetuity. Adventurous mortals tirelessly seek out flaws in the system, believing their intellect to be superior to that of the Aeon. However, little could they imagine that they have already been reduced to strings inside a surveillance system, unable to escape the meticulous network woven by Huo. Doesn't say, it says the Arbiters. Doesn't say the Claret Wheel Temple. Thought they mentioned Equilibrium though. Does mention the Arbiters. Yeah, no, Claret Wheel Temple is Equilibrium too. Okay. Just they don't have a back link to it. At the beginning of life, the weight of existence was placed upon the scales, and the burgeoning of life energy instantly tilted the balance of the universe. But the patience of equilibrium is unfathomable. Given enough time, existence and nothingness are destined to attain perfect balance once more, and that balance of universal precepts must be respected. The Arbiters admire Huo's ideas, praising their eternal focus and patience. But universal laws have no control over time and space, and mortals can only pursue the beauty of equilibrium in a secular world by the elimination of radical extremes. Beauty and ugliness, sorrow and joy, good and evil, love and hatred, countless opposing concepts were created and interpreted to satisfy the Arbiter's obsession with a zero-sum universe. But the rules of mortals are always riddled with flaws. Out of desperation, the Arbiters were constantly forced over the inexorable passage of time to patch up past fallacies and mistakes, forever shifting the hopes of equilibrium onto the next patch. Huo watches on in silence, knowing that the restoration of order can never be shaken in the slightest by such vulgar mortal drama. And so the imaginary tree which makes up the universe might also be Huo? The theory describes the various worlds existing in different space-times as having a tree-like structure. Every branch is a specific path along which worlds might exist, and every leaf being the marks these worlds have made along the parameter of time. The crown of the tree remains in a dynamic state as it absorbs the masterless imaginary energy from the space-time vasculature of the trunk. New shoots grow, withered leaves fall, and endless births and deaths occur among the infinite universe. Describing the universe's structure as a tree may be an attitude that views the imaginary tree as a life form. Before the theory of the imaginary tree was put forward, the universe had been addressed as a void of indiscernible object because of its undetectable nature. After the theory was developed, people would visualize its principle using imagination. The untamed imaginary energy surges endlessly through space-time vasculature and forms at its tip star clusters that humans can understand. In other words, countless worlds. The worlds are separated from each other just as leaves are separated by air, between which are unknown imaginary domains that are nigh impossible to traverse. The Intelligentsia Guild had once thought that Harold Paunch, the second member of the Genius Society, was the first to propose the imaginary tree origin theory. After multiple assessments on the influence of history fictionologists, the scientific community now commonly accepts Xandar 1 Kuwabara as the first person to have proposed it. And then, of course, Enigmata is what Gallagher, I guess he was part of. I'm not sure if he was joking about that or not, though. Because, like, he was a trailblazer, but also maybe he served Enigmata. And, of course, the history fictionologists, which are great. Great group of people. And the last one they mentioned was, doesn't even have an entry, but, what is the path again? What's the P? Now I'm forgetting. Whatever they were. They're the same ones who made the Vijayara. They're supposed to be dead. But I wonder if it's going to be a different path altogether. Not even any of those three that she mentioned. Himiko, are you in there? Or Himiko, March, are you in there?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong. I just feel really weak after the warp.
Are we gonna get March lore here? Is March from this place? That'd be crazy. Did you come down with something?
I doubt it. Pretty girls aren't supposed to get sick.
Miss Black Swan, could you take a look at the memories in this room?
Gladly.
Black Swan presses her forehead against March 7's head, as if letting the latter's body temperature.
I'm seeing March 7th hit by a sudden bout of weakness in her memories, as if something was weighing on her. The onset of it far too quick to be any kind of sickness.
Perhaps it's the effect of some external stimulus?
Oh, why is everyone here? I should have cleaned my room.
I invited Sunday to help with the diagnosis. He grew up in a star system rich in memoria. When it comes to mental healing, he's quite the specialist.
You've all been to Penacony before. I presume you are aware of how some might find themselves in a synesthesia dreamscape after warping to Asdana. I'm guessing this is something similar. Miss March appears to be affected by a certain external stimulus. Perhaps a path, an eon, or even Amphorius itself.
I agree. That's likely the case.
Why is she the only one affected?
Guess it could make sense if she's from here, why no one would know where she's from.
There's no way to tell at this point. It could just be a matter of time before everyone feels unwell. Before we identify the cause, my suggestion is for Miss March to avoid venturing anywhere near Amphorius.
It's okay, Himiko. I'll be good on my own. Go ahead, guys. I'll catch up once I feel better. Here. Take my camera along. I was planning to take photos when we got there, but looks like you'll have to help me with that now.
Leave it to me.
I know I can always count on you.
Why don't we take our discussion outside so Miss, or not even Miss, just March 7th can rest?
Yeah, you guys go on ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll be back to being my hyperactive and adorable self by the next time you see me. Now, don't forget about those photos, okay? I'll be checking the camera.
Seek your companions' opinions.
Do you think March 7th's past could be connected to Amphorius?
Okay, I'm glad we're all on the same page. No, that'd be too much of a coincidence. The universe is full of coincidences. I haven't seen anything related to six-phase ice yet. It's more likely that some kind of energy on Amphorius affected her before any of us. I want you and Don Hung to take the lead in this trailblazing expedition. Are you up for it? What about the rest of you? Amphorius is a crucial stop, so everyone on the Express has been roped in to help in some way or another. Venturing into the unknown world is a task perfect for your youngsters. I'm sure you'll both have each other's backs.
So we're staying behind to take care of the grown-up stuff.
Poor Welt. He was so excited. Chin up, Welt. You'll get your chance out in the field.
Someone should be taking care of March 7th, too. I can do that.
I'm fine with any arrangement you have for me.
Great. Sounds like we're all good. Come with me to the parlor car then, you two. I prepared a backup plan before our departure, but I didn't count on having to reveal it so soon. I suppose there's a lot to do. I'll disembark with you this time. Anything out here? Nope, just void. Now that our ground exploration team is assembled, I'll let the conductor reveal our backup plan.
Yes. Seeing how this is going to be a perilous expedition, Pom-Pom and the Navigator have come together to prepare a special trailblazing gift for you. Your very own car!
My car? What? The Express is splitting up? Can I have a party car instead? Amphoius is outside the interastral peace telecommunications coverage zone, so there's no chance of remote communication when you're there. Uncoupling and using one of the Express's cars as your landing capsule is the best way we can ease your exploration. It can also be your safe house once you're on Amphoius.
The car you're getting has its own thrusters, so just buckle up, and it'll take you into Amphoius and land you somewhere safe.
Yeah. Express is more multi-purpose than I thought.
Only in extenuating circumstances. Don't go thinking you can detach cars from the Express every which way, alright?
Do you have a driver's license? No.
Get going whenever you're ready. Pom-Pom can't wait to hear about your exciting discoveries.
But what's the IPC gonna do about it? They don't even know this place exists. Alright, I'm ready. How's this the backup plan, though? This seems like the main plan.
Car ready for detachment. 3, 2, 1.
And we were never seen again. Who's there? Oh. Oh. That escalated quickly. Sometime later. So much for a safe house. Who would shoot us? Why would you do this? Dun Hung. How do we both end up over here? Dan Heng is slumped in the corner of the wreckage, his well-being uncertain. He's dead. Time to come up with a name for the next reincarnation. Wait, you see Dan Heng's chest rising and falling, proof that life still lingers within him. Shake him hard. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, slap him in the face. He doesn't even twitch. Looks like you're gonna try some new ideas. Alright. Mouth to mouth. You recall the moment you first met Dan Heng on March 7th. Yep, this is the way. It's as if someone is shouting in your ear, just do it. It's veritable in the whispers of the devil. After much hesitation, you finally lean down and... Sorry, Dan Heng. Sorry for what? For, not keeping you safe. How long was I out for? You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. Oh, okay. That explains that then. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. We should try making contact with the Express. Himiko, we've made a smooth land. Oh, that's a lie. It looks like there's a civilization down here. We made a smooth landing? Finally freed from the Express. Farewell, my prison. Message failed to send. I guessed as much. It's no longer working. Looks like it's just the two of us out here now. Let's find someplace safe to set up a base of operations first. This statue and the buildings we've seen so far point to a civilization here on Amphorius. Hope Pom Pom didn't need that car for something else. We can only hope they're not hostile towards outsiders. Well, they did shoot us already, so... Pretty dangerous here. What is that thing? What is it? Show yourself, peeping Tom. Someone's here. Ready your weapon and stay alert. Let's find out what's behind that gate. There's some sort of alien life form on this planet. It's probably hostile. We'll need to exterminate them. Hold on, it opened on its own. They've got motion sensing technology. Why is it so dark? Is it nighttime already? Yeah, what about the alien though? I think the path of remembrance is messing with us. Over there, that pink thing. You see it too? Yes, it's not an illusion. That's good. The last strange entity we saw, only we could see. There it is again. Is it doing all this? This phenomenon, it's hard to explain. It's time travel. Or memory travels. A lot of kids here. It's gone. That happened too fast for us to make any sense of it. Did you see what that creature looked like? A rabbit of sorts, I guess? It's unlike any known species in a databank, but I guess that's to be expected. We know nothing about Amphorius after all. Back when we were trailblazing in Yarillo 6, we knew its history and terrain even before arriving on the planet, but with Amphorius, all we have is whatever little black swan told us about the world. Should we find a local? I'm afraid we must plan for the worst, putting a potential language barrier aside. That was a powerful attack on us just now. It's hard to imagine a planet as far out and isolated as this having the expertise to create such sophisticated weaponry. Is it a match for your dragon transmutation? I can't tell for sure, but let's not get our hopes up too high. We can learn and observe as we move. What's that? Now that's one monumental city gate. Imposing and somewhat archaic. Could it be a cultural site? Pretty cool. Built into the mountain, looks like. Base anchor. Oh, hey, a person. Hello. It looks like no one lives in this area, and that strange creature from before is nowhere to be seen, but... Look at that. A giant sphere. Judging from the prevalence of these colossal structures, this civilization has more than just a great engineer and architects. The structures also indicate a universal belief system. If only it were closer, I'd be able to make out the details. If you want to take some photos, now would be the perfect time. Okay, but we kind of ignored the statues? Who would put a statue here? And they don't have heads. A humanoid statue that does not move. You can't tell whether it's dangerous. Best not to get too close. With a rather comical pose, you can't tell whether it's dangerous, but that's not to get too close. Start taking photo. A giant sphere stands between heaven and earth in the distance. At its top, the sky appears torn open, or rather it seems to have willingly opened a circular rift inside. A swirling vortex churns, and the clouds periodically reflect a golden glow. If March 7th were here, she'd definitely use her girlless imagination to come up with some whimsical and creative metaphors for the scenery. Unfortunately, it's up to you to take on the team's photographer duties now. Shoot, successful. Don't forget the city gate. Now, preferably I'd take one that was like zoomed out and zoomed in so you could get better details. But the statues moved. We gonna talk about that? Are your eyes playing tricks? You keep thinking that their positions have changed. Best not to get too close. Across the cliff, the Grand Palace gates remains silent, unwilling to reveal any of the history and secrets hidden behind it. What could lie within the city, or the gate? You can't help but let your imagination run wild. Bloody carnage, chaotic banquets, bottomless abyss. When you regain focus, hearing a playful voice softly whisper in your ear.
Hello?
Photograph the cliffside gate. These turned out great. They deserve the most prominent spot on the photo wall. Something's wrong. Watch out. Were they at this location before? These things aren't breathing inorganic life forms. Oh. Looks like they want to keep us here, with a dead end and a cliff edge behind us. There's no other way out. We're gonna have to fight them. You can't say it's trailblazing until you land a hit with your bat. Let's do this. Attacking enemies have a certain number of times they can destroy their war armor. When war armor is destroyed, it deals damage to enemies, delays their action, and regenerates energy for the attacker. Attacking enemies with destroyed war armor will also deal additional damage. War armor will be repaired at the end of the enemy's turn. Some sort of shield. Furie trope, Furie watcher, Furie warrior. And by watcher I mean archer.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to land!
The mood is set, just let the show begin! Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
That's all you got?
And they crumble into statues when they're done. Interesting.
More
They are
enemies.
just like actually statues.
Time for a fun. I will claim big set for the seas of flame!
Step up, let's see ya!
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Dreams do come true.
This is more than a battle. Fight!
You're a philosopher.
Did the rhythm get messed up? The mood is set, let the show begin! Let's improvise.
Attack detected!
Still the same one.
Ow.
Time for a fun. This is double speed.
Those
I will claim
archers
victory for myself.
hit pretty hard.
Time to mix things up.
Great teamwork.
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Time for a fun.
Initiate cleanup.
They just keep coming. How do we break free from this?
Look out!
You've got something interesting.
His staff. My baseball bat.
I bear no harm. I just want everyone to be safe.
I can understand what he's saying. Everyone to be safe.
Roaming around a place like the Abyss with weapons in tow is a show of provocation. Those soldiers are minions of the Strife Titan. They're not known to stop until all invaders fall under their feet. If you continue brandishing your weapons, you won't only be putting yourselves in the crossfire. Their looming blades will come down on the heads of the innocent.
Where did those people come from? A civil approach gets your message across all the same.
It's difficult to tell if you're friend or foe when you appear out of thin air. Even without your weapons, a great power still lurks within you. I could be putting myself in harm's way for all I know. I'd be unwise not to take precautions. So, care to share the reason for dropping in on us? Hmm? Visitors from above?
Fine on, look what you did again! Taking off only to get yourself into trouble? You even ruined his weapon! I've really gone and done it. This is no way to be treating strangers!
I was just trying to fix our problem in the safest way possible.
How is this safe? Hello, friendly strangers. Let's all simmer down and cool our jets. We're all humans here. No need for things to get so heated.
They know what jets are.
Snowy's just worried you're baddies from above, but we know you two are nothing of the sort. Oh, right, you don't know us yet. We are Treeby from Yanisopolis, and this is Snowy. Hurry up and apologize to them.
All right, if you say so, Treeby. I apologize for my earlier behavior. I was overly wary because both of you landed in this tumultuous region. Put me on high alert.
Honestly, he doesn't have to apologize. Like, we are random people from the sky. Like, that's fair. I understand. We're trailblazers from beyond the sky. Can they understand that? There is no point concealing anything. They saw everything. If they wanted us dead, they wouldn't be standing around talking to us.
Not from above the sky, but beyond it.
Yes.
Wow, that's something else altogether. You're lucky you met us, then.
What do you mean?
She means you're lucky because we won't hurt you, but the same can't be said for others. Let's talk somewhere else. You've seen it firsthand. It isn't safe out here. As you saw, there are still many refugees who haven't been freed in the temple. We're here to rescue and escort them to the holy city, Akima. They're the reason I had to be absolutely sure you were not here with ill intent, and why I wanted you to put away your weapons. If something were to occur, they would have no way of protecting themselves. I'm Finan, from ID's Elysiae. Sorry if I offended you just now.
Finan from ID's Elysiae. Unusual name. I mean, we're on a new planet, so it could be a very normal name, actually. I preferred when you were being more combative. I would have shown you what I can really do. I don't like any of these options. Guess we'll just go with unusual name. I'm Don Hung. This is... Does no one else think we look like brothers? I'm the galactic baseballer who's missing a baseball bat. We do have a lot of white-haired characters coming out. What's it?
Friction really does spark friendships, huh? Here, you can have your weapon back.
Thanks.
And here's your spear. Don't worry, this is entirely on Snowy. I'll make sure he fixes it for you.
It seems I'll have to treat Cartonis to a couple of drinks again.
We've just arrived and still have many questions. If you two can ensure our safety, traveling together would certainly be the best choice. Please lead the way. How do you view the situation? There's more to this Phanon than meets the eye. Their appearance was suspiciously well-timed. How is it even remotely possible that we share a common language? All great questions. We'll go with the suspicious one first. Yes, their timing is suspicious too. The spear that destroyed our car is definitely man-made. I suspect they might have staged the encounter. But these refugees, they're clearly not pretending. For now, it's reasonable to assume they're not the same side as the attackers. How do we even share a common language? I've been trying to come up with possible theories for that, though the answer still eludes me. Perhaps like Eurylo 6, Amphorius was severed from the Silver Rail eons ago, but the databank would at least have some record on the planet if it were true. The way the girl uses we and us to refer to herself is unusual too. I doubt it's just a habit of speech. But compared with the other suspicions, sharing a common language is the least of our concerns right now. Let's get moving and hope the problems will resolve themselves naturally. Oh, there's certainly more to this man than meets the eye. I agree. To disarm you in a flash and even snap my spear, he's no ordinary person. He is also quite cautious, making his distance throughout the conversation, or keeping his distance. I tried probing for more information on Amphorius, but they both casually glossed it over. Conversely, I believe this indicates he doesn't believe he can easily subdue us. If things take a turn for the worse, our best bet is going to be resolution by force. About your spear. Though losing the spear is unfortunate, we gained some important insights. Amphorius' weapon forging skills are on par with the craftsmanship that forged the Cloud Piercer. Looks like this world is nowhere near as primitive as we had first thought. Perhaps they have more to surprise us with this holy city they mentioned. Nothing, let's keep going. There's someone arguing in the temple. Let's take a look and remember, keep it friendly. Brainwaves, good brainwaves. Which one's gonna be the final boss? Obviously the redhead, the little girl. When the days will finally end. No, I'll never agree to that. So many things. Hang on, you'll be able to leave soon. What were you saying though, old man? When will the days like these finally come to an end? Janice, if only you were still here with us. Virtus.
Virtus, you acted on your own to ask the Chrysos heirs for help? To bring us into their so-called holy city, no less. We are priests of Yanis, born as footless birds. How could we possibly endure being confined to one place?
Yanis, the Passage Titan.
We've lost far too many to Nikador's forces, Mr. Noldus. I only want for everyone to settle down somewhere safe and to be able to sleep soundly.
Nikador, the Strife Titan. Phanon mentions strife as well. I wonder if strife is their word for destruction. I wonder if destruction is the third path, maybe? Although passage, I'm not sure if passage would be remembrance or what was the other one? Erudition.
Lose your faith, and you lose everything. Do you seriously think you can seek shelter in Akima? Nowhere is safe with the end times looming. I've said my piece. Leave if that's what you want. Everyone else is staying in this temple, where we enjoy the protection of Yanis, the Gate of Infinity.
The end times, huh? Of course we'd come to a world that's ending. What did I tell Himeko? We're here to save the world.
Don't make this decision in haste, sir.
I appreciate the concern, esteemed Chrysos heir. But please, respect that we have the right to choose our own fate.
I'm sorry you had to see that, esteemed Chrysos heir. These two with you are...
Travelers from afar. They're also headed for the Holy City. If memory serves me right, you are... Virtus? Please, you may call me Finan. What was that just now?
It's an honor you remember me, Finan. We are priests from Yannisopolis. Armies of the Strife Titan destroyed our home, forcing us to flee across many lands until we arrived here. A few days ago, I watched another companion fall to those monsters, and I was shattered. I offered a prayer to Akama, thinking the answer would take time, at least enough for me to convince Mr. Noldus. I didn't expect your arrival to be so swift.
Every place has their fair share of troubles. You're right, it's here. Why isn't everyone out yet? No idea what you're saying. The elder spoke of the end times just now and claimed that no place in Amphorius is safe. What did he mean by that?
Excuse me, sir. Everyone knows about the prophecy. How is it that you...
Virtus, right now, we must focus on convincing Mr. Noldus to return. The Abyss is swarming with fierce enemies, and they have no way to defend themselves, leaving them vulnerable to all kinds of danger. My friends, I have a rather bold request. The two of you are quite capable. Might I trouble you to fetch Mr. Noldus? Treeby will join you. She can also answer any questions you may have.
Please, why would you have us convince someone? Like, we just got here. We don't know what we're talking about. Please give us a moment to discuss it. Fanon interrupted me as I was trying to gather information from that refugee, and now he's saying the girl will answer our questions. His intent is obvious. He's hiding something from the refugees? Yes. I believe he thinks it's worse for others to find out we know nothing about this world. He wants to hide the fact that we're visitors from beyond the sky. There's a rift between us and the locals, so let's play with it along with Fanon for now. We can also learn what Trippy wants or thinks when we're alone with her. Alright, we'll go. If we're to be companions on this journey, it's only right that we offer assistance where possible.
You two are truly honorable. I'll stay behind to guard Virtus and the rest. Go quickly and come back safe.
Alright, Tribby.
I'm sure you two have a ton of questions, don't you? As for why we should speak in private, that's because quiet places are better suited for communicating with one another.
But the road ahead is cut off. You're not about to ask me to jump down, right? You're gonna fly us across?
Judging by your reactions, you aren't lying about being newly arrived travelers. In that case, don't blink or you'll miss the next part. Also, Snowy wouldn't dare make plans for us. It's more like the other way around. Alright, silence please! We are about to summon a miracle. We, thy humble descendants, doth surmount the myriad of passages of Yannis to stand before thee and receive the scales of judgment. O selfless arbiter Talantin, declare us innocent in the name of the law. Weigh the fruits of the present in exchange for the sweetness of the past.
Talantin, the Law Titan. Maybe these don't have to do with the paths. I don't know. That doesn't... What is that? Which path would that be?
We summon thee, Orynyx, to lift thy curtain of memory.
Time Titan. Okay, now there's just too many.
Once again, stir the ripples of past reverie.
This is unbelievable.
No
is it possible?
How is that possible?
Oh.
Did Ornyx's prayer fail?
My two friends! Don't stray too far away from us!
Stop panicking. As long as we're with them, we'll be fine.
Okay. He doesn't let us fall.
Amazing, isn't it? Now that we're here, we can speak in peace. Huh? But why does it feel a little too quiet?
Keep moving forward and catch Noldus, who is deeper in the temple.
Just what I was afraid of. So much for a peaceful chat. The history lesson will have to wait, my friends. We must help Mr. Noldus. You both have impressive fighting skills.
It would be better if I still had my weapon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Let's improvise.
I will claim victory for fight.
In the mood for another beating?
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
I will claim success.
The sea goes
Right psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves! Dreams do come true.
You took bait. Time for a buzz.
Firefly type.
Oh, thank you. The three of you saved our lives.
Mr. Noldus, Virtus was right. It's too dangerous for all of you to be here. Please, come back to Akama with us.
I believe I've made my stance clear, my child. Us priests would rather die in the pursuit of faith than live in a foreign land.
Don't lie to yourself, old man.
Sir, we deeply understand your faith in the Titans. Perhaps in your eyes, Kefali, the protector of the Holy City, is but a god from a foreign land.
A world-bearing titan.
But we swear to you, in the name of Yanis, the Gate of Infinity, that so long as the Chrysoceres live, Akama will protect all followers of the Titans. We are one and the same.
You swear in the name of Yanis? Who are you?
Don't you remember, Noldus? Our name is Trebios.
What? You're the High Priest? Why do you look like a child? Oh, no. To think that I, a mere tribal priest, dare lecture you on faith. Oh, how ludicrous. Please, forgive my transgressions.
Noldus, we do not wish to force you, but please think of the people in your tribe.
Children taking all the jobs.
The young place their trust in you, just as you place your trust in us. If you stay, they will remain here too, doomed to fall under Nikador's spear.
If that is divine will, then I have no reason to disobey. High Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey.
Mr. Noldus, I'm glad you're all right.
The Tribi is Tribios and was a adult at one point.
Virtus, I still disagree with your methods, but it doesn't matter now. Let us place our trust in the Chrysos heirs.
The Dromus caravan that's supposed to meet us isn't here yet, so let's all rest where it's safe for a while.
Regrettably, our questions are still unanswered, and now we have even more. Now that things have calmed down, perhaps you two can find the time to answer a few of them.
Of course. Please, come this way. I see you've both been made aware of our troubles. I'm grateful for your understanding, so in return, please ask me anything you wish to know.
What is the end times? What are the Titans? Who are the Chrysos heirs? What is the miracle? They're all great questions.
Just as the word implies, it's the time of strife before the world meets its end.
The darn finality is still after me. Is this a sequel to Belobog? Are you saying your civilization is coming to an end?
To be precise, it's the whole world that's coming to an end.
Okay, we're not going to elaborate on that more. What are the Titans?
The ancient gods of Amphorius. Once worshipped by humanity, they now stand as their foes.
Oh. Then why are people still seeking help from Yanis? The ancient gods, but they're not eons because there's only 3 paths here, but there's like 5 gods they've listed so far. Who are the heirs?
The prophetic deliverers with golden blood coursing through their veins.
That doesn't answer anything. Why aren't we asking follow-up questions? What was the miracle?
It's a gift from the 3 Titans of Fate. With their blessings, priests can awaken shadows of the past to alter reality.
You're putting it too lightly. Don't make miracles sound like a tool you can simply use at will.
3 Titans. 3 Titans of Fate? Maybe the 3 Titans of Fate are the paths? That's all the questions I have for now. Your answers are too concise.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not good at telling stories.
Yet a tedious and overly long explanation isn't ideal either. Let me think. Oh, right! Virtus and the others are priests from Yanisopolis. They should be adept at playing the lyre. How about playing a song for our 2 friends? There's a ballad that's been passed down in Amphorius since ancient times.
Kid stealing the musician job too, huh?
Happiness abound in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raise their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands. And 3 guided Calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus, you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephali, all-knowing father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden ichor spills unto the land, forming the boiling river that flows through the legacies of heroes who take their stand.
I think I would have preferred a more longer-winded explanation than some random ballad. What's that sound? They have dinosaurs?
Don't worry, that's just our rescue. Time to get up, everyone!
Ride the Dromas. What magnificent creatures.
These large, mild-mannered creatures are called Dromas. They're humanity's most loyal companions. We'll be relying on them to get us through the rugged mountain roads on the way to the Holy City. Dromas are very docile. Even first-time riders can steer them easily. Here, give it a try. Remember to hold the reins tight.
Ride the Dromas. You see all the white shells jutting out from the Droma's limbs and plan to use them as footholds. The Dromas let out a dissatisfied growl and easily toss you several meters away. You said this is your idea of docile?
I forgot to mention, don't touch their white stone humps. When the Earth Titan blessed these creatures, it said they also stuffed their ill tempers into these humps.
Carefully ride the Dromas.
See? Easy, wasn't it?
Everyone, how did you find our lyre performance earlier? We've been in exile for many days and haven't touched our instruments in a long time. I fear our skills have grown rusty, and we've made a spectacle of ourselves.
No, not at all. Your performance was wonderful, sir.
It's been a long time since we sat together like that and sang ancient ballads to our heart's content. I'm grateful to all of you for reminding me of those glorious and peaceful times. Looking back now, I admit I was too stubborn. Perhaps you really can save Amphorius from its doom, just like how the four of you heroes saved our very lives and faith today.
I don't really get it, but at least things unfolded quite nicely.
Suffering's bad for your health, and it won't help your faith much either. That's why it's our inherent duty as Chrysos heirs to free everyone from suffering. It's also the reason for the Holy City Akima's existence. The only human city left in our present day.
Hey now, don't be so serious. You're bringing the mood down. Anyway, in short, the Holy City is absolutely safe. Everything will be fine once we get there. Is everyone properly seated? Then we're off! Next stop, Akama!
The back of the Dromas is like a cradle. You gradually fall asleep, and the caravan will arrive in Akama. The city's under attack. Hey, wake up. I forgot he's not voice acted. Well, I guess the city's not absolutely safe. You call this safe? It's not how Tribby described it at all. These are the enemies we met in the Abyss. It seems this attack is also the work of the Strife Titan.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise. Step up, let's see ya!
Can I have fun this time? Time for a fun. This is double speed.
I will claim victory for set the seas away!
That's all you got. Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Firefly type fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
It ain't over.
Attack detected!
Ow.
More enemies. Time for a fun.
I will claim victory for set the seas away!
In the mood for another beating? How's this taste?
Great teamwork.
Nice, like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Let's improvise.
Time for a fun.
Initiate cleanup. Confidence.
Dreams do come true.
You both fought so bravely. Are you Chrysos heirs from a foreign land? Please, I beg of you, save Akima. The Mad King Nikador has returned. Look, there's strife and conflict everywhere.
Stay calm and leave this to us. You must hurry and find shelter.
Thank you, thank you. Your comrades are fighting inside the city. Fate will guide you to them.
I expected the Holy City to be a strong sanctuary, but things are less peaceful than I thought. Let's stay here and lend our support on the battlefield. You think Nikador is related to the destruction? I don't think so. These Titankin have obvious differences to the Antimatter Legion. Our priority now is to find Phanon. I mean, there's other destruction organizations, the Annihilation Gang and stuff. Sort of thing.
The main road's been blocked off. Treeby?
And they're not so different. They kind of have the same faces, don't they? I feel like they do.
Don't panic. Leave this to us. I summon the Oryx!
Lift the curtain of memory and stir up the ripples of past reverie.
Lift the curtain and stir up ripples of past reverie!
Click and hold the button to activate Oryx's prayer to rewind time. How's the situation?
It's you two. I'm sorry we got you involved again. I never expected Nikador to lead an army and launch a surprise attack on the Holy City at a time like this. They and Kefali have always been mortal enemies, but now they've gone mad like a vicious beast.
Humanity is doomed. Well, we took care of some of the enemies.
You have my gratitude. Thankfully, Akuma is not completely unprepared. The prophecy had warned us about this. This is a catastrophe, but it's not the end.
Mr. Noldus and the others have gone to seek shelter. Leave the rest to us. You should evacuate along with the citizens.
But I thirst for battle.
I don't doubt your skills, but... Very well, but please remain by my side. These pests can't hurt you, but our companions, those known as the Chrysos heirs, their attacks do not discriminate between friend and foe.
Well, that seems inconvenient. Okay, so the city is next to the giant statue thing, which is ginormous, actually.
Oh, Kefali, throne of worlds, please end your long silence and grant humanity protection.
Some sort of rainbow road over there as well. What are you doing? It's not safe here. Seek shelter immediately.
No, no, no. It's very safe here. The prophecy has already revealed that the light of Kefali will shine upon all.
Watch! No one will die! The heroes will protect the city!
Leave them be. Just as Mr. Noldus reveres Janus, faith is all some people have left in a world teetering on the brink of collapse. To honor their faith is the sacred duty of the Chrysos heirs. Minions of strife, you shall not harm these people!
Until everything burns to ashes! This is more set to the sea of flame!
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Did the rhythm get my dreams do come true? Thrice like my friends? Indulge yourselves!
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz. This is double speed. I will claim fight to land!
Bodies everywhere. How could so many enemies have made it to the front gates? Where were the city guards?
Snowy! We're back.
Trinon and Trian or something? There's 3 Tribbies?
We are Trian. We are Trinan. We are Trivi. Wait. No! Now is not the time for introductions!
The surprises never cease in Amphoris.
Snowy! D has been trading blows with the main forces for what feels like forever. From the skies to the city. Hurry up and assist him!
I knew it. He gets reckless once he gets the urge to kill. I'm relying on you 3 to handle the task of getting the citizens to safety.
Don't worry! With us here, we can just use the Sentry Gate to whoosh the people to the safest place in Amphorius! Wouldn't that be Akuma? Stop messing around and help the people! Anywhere is fine, just send them to somewhere safe!
Don't worry. Although they are a little childish, the trio are experienced Chrysos heirs, and one of the pillars of Akuma. Therefore, they can definitely be trusted. Well, let's keep on moving then.
I'm guessing they were all one person at some point. But how did they split up? No need to fear, no need to cower. The hero from the prophecy will sweep away the shadows of fate, and Kefali's light will once again protect Ohima. Looks like the rainbow goes up to Kefali.
4. Activate.
I'm so everything burns to ashes!
So used to
Did the rhythm get messed up?
using Firefly's technique in like Divergent Universe. I was expecting everyone to just die immediately.
Let the show begin! Dreams do come true.
Wasn't prepared for combat.
Take your position. In the mood.
Although they died almost immediately.
Eliminate the enemies on the main road and leave the rest to the Holy City's guards. They're all trained and experienced elites.
Firefly Type 4. Activate. Stand in position. Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Let's improvise.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a fun. Fight to live!
That's all you got? Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set, just let the show begin!
Set the seas aflame!
Dreams do come true.
You took the bait. Time for a fun.
I feel like they sped up combat even more. I'm not sure. It feels
Every
even faster.
victory is hard won.
The heck is a giant gladiator man doing here? Are these good guys? I guess so.
Wait for Lady Aglaia.
Lord Finan! Oh, you're finally here. Quick, save the Grand Craftsman. He is surrounded by enemies!
What? Cartonus! Hang in there!
Can you guys repeat what you were saying? Wait for Lady Aglaea's? Doesn't cause trouble for the heroes. Oh snap.
The rear is secured now. This is the result of your efforts?
Quit messing around. You know who we're dealing with.
Carelessness will be your downfall. Deliver.
Are we okay? Are we fighting him?
Play. A true fight between us would shatter them with the aftershocks alone.
Are you talking to me?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Enough, Mighty. Are you trying to destroy the Holy City?
Awaiting orders.
This place has a Atlantis vibe. It's very Greek, yes.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true. The mood is set.
I will
Let the show
claim victory
begin!
for myself. Fight to live!
Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Can I have fun this time for a fun? This is double speed. I will claim fate set the seas aflame! You took the bait. Time for a bug. I will fight to live!
Cartonus!
That's Cartonus?
Fine on.
I'm glad that you're okay. As for you, Mighty, if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't your responsibility be protecting the citizens?
What is that supposed to mean? Who are you implying isn't a citizen here?
The names of people here keep getting stranger and stranger. Why are we so hung up on that? Why are we so hung up on people's names?
Don't evade the question. Aglaia told us to protect the citizens. Are you ignoring what she said?
It is you who forgot the second half of her words. Her original words were, protect the citizens and eliminate the invaders. The crisis in the Holy City will be resolved once we've eliminated Nikador. Speaking of which, since you've never considered the pair over there to be citizens, they seem to fit the definition of invaders.
What do you mean?
The three priests of Yanis share the same appearance and mind, and their senses are also interlinked. The Akamans have long been aware of your presence and what you have been doing. You trust him that much? I suggest you think twice.
What we've been doing?
Provoking your allies at such a critical juncture. Whose side are you on?
From the moment we first met, I already told you that regardless of whether it's in the past or in the future, the people of Kremnos will never agree to make peace with the likes of you. As the successor of Kremnos, I, Mighty, am not able to act independently on such matters. Furthermore, things have escalated to a point where I must warn you, esteemed guests, that your host is anything but proficient in the ways of hospitality.
Enough. The time for internal strife now is not. Still on the offense, the Mad King is, and must be stopped by the Chrysos heirs.
I have not forgotten about what needs to be done. Stand down. I'm more than capable of taking care of what's ahead by myself. As for you, Nikador is in the Marmorial Palace. Aglaia told me to stay out of it. So, go ahead. Deliver.
Nikador's just here?
I don't need you to tell me that.
You. What's your name?
I'm the Galactic Baseballer.
Is that not also strange?
You got me. I see your companion. You guys don't seem to be on friendly terms.
Well, that's the Chrysos heirs. Revered as heroes by the masses, but still imperfect mortals at their core.
What is it, outsider? Do you fear the Lance of Fury's raging flames? Or perhaps you'd care to spar with me?
I'm interested.
Avoid getting too serious with Mighty, because he means every word he says.
That is true. Of this, you can be assured.
So he's part of the Strife Titans group, but he's not the Strife Titans group.
We were not quick enough.
It's not too late. Leave it to us. Go, Finon.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. I hope that Mighty doesn't act on his words. After all, he's an exemplary fighter. If he's dead set on doing things his way, I fear not a soul could prevent it. Not even myself.
The mural is cool though. It's a cool mural. Babel. Huh.
What a mess.
I don't see any more residents. Have they been evacuated?
Yes, Treby acted with haste. This is Marmorial Market, the most important residential and living area in the Holy City. Pushing through by force would undoubtedly result in needless casualties. But now our backup is here.
Lord Finon and the two guests.
Well, this effect is kind of familiar.
Welcome to Akama.
These enemies aren't moving.
When I heard your footsteps, I thought death was already writing my final chapter before my heroic journey had even begun. Miss Casterus?
An abrupt ending to an epic that has barely begun might also amaze the people. But today, Lord Finon, Akama needs you.
She the first non-child-sized character with pointy ears.
Well, if the Mortician of the Holy City says I'm needed, then it sounds like I'm gonna live through this mess.
Well, that isn't for me to decide. All I can do is clear the obstacles and guide you to the place of Nikator's descent. Dear guests, if you would, I'd like you to please follow me. And kindly keep 5 paces distance. In the face of death, strife will also cause hesitation to arise. I am the shadow of death.
What power would she be getting this from? Like...
There are also some enemies who are difficult to subdue by presence alone.
Agility.
The scent of blood. Are you an attendant of the Hand of Shadow?
There's a Death Titan too. Maybe Remembrance in like a weird way. Not actually not that weird, I suppose, but
No, I'm nobody's attendant.
You can try to avoid and hide it. But you obviously came from the world of the dead. Akama, Chrysos heirs. What cowards! We live by loyalty and glory, while you live by weakness and deceit.
I'm so glad that you're not my history teacher. How much can we trust the words of someone who has sunk so deep into madness? However, if you're standing here out of loyalty and glory, then I shall draw my blade and grant you a warrior's end.
Come to arms.
Your Eye Praetor.
All units on alert.
Until everything burns to ashes! Firefly type set from the sea, go play!
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Let's improvise. Step up, let's see ya. slice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves! Ah, it's nothing.
More enemies.
Ow.
Time for
The
a
bow
fight.
person is so powerful.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
What was that? I think he did his main one. Absorbs the warriors and deals massive damage to all allies and inflicts vulnerability. No, I guess he didn't do that. I'm not sure what he did. Or he's preparing to do it, perhaps.
Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Time for a fight. This is more than a battle.
I didn't think we were going to disrupt him. Okay.
Did the rhythm get messed up?
Hoping to heal.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a fight.
Step up, let's see ya.
Except we don't have any
That's like a my friends.
skill points. I shouldn't have used Silver Wolf.
Indulge yourselves!
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
In the mood for another beat? It ain't over. Stay in step. Let's improvise.
More enemies.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
So he does just summon more, so we should probably focus on killing him.
This combat needs optimized. This is double speed. I will set the seas ablaze!
As you wish.
Lady Aglaya once said that your time is extremely valuable and shouldn't be wasted on unnecessary conflict. I have the power to lay them to rest.
I was about to say the same. It's pointless to waste your strength on these pawns. Let's go. It's time to face strife.
Once there, you must turn into birds and fly toward the final battlefield.
Miss Castoris, why aren't you joining us?
I must stay here and ensure that these soldiers do not destroy the city. Although faith is more important to the vast majority, there are still quite a number of citizens who care more about their worldly possessions.
I understand, but...
There is no need for worry. The citizens have already been evacuated, and the only living things in the vicinity are the three of you. As Lady Aglaya instructed, no civilians will be affected by this.
Do excuse my impropriety. Well then, I'll see you later, Miss Castoris.
Then, could you all quietly leave?
We'll leave this place to Miss Castoris.
Okay. Fine, we'll leave it to her.
Memorial Palace, the Lance of Fury, Nikador. They're all there in the distance.
What's that sound? What a horrifying battle cry. Is that a titan?
That battle cry once crushed all in its path. It knocked down foes and allies alike, leaving people as fragile as reeds in a gale. My limbs trembled uncontrollably as my weapon clattered to the ground. I could hear nothing but the frenzied and shameful beating of my own heart. Fear This is why the Strife Titan is revered. If a warrior can face this terror and still step forward, no trial thereafter can shake the weapon in their hand. You two, if you wish to retreat, this is your final chance to do so.
It's fine, he's already died a number of times before. These are separate matters.
Looks like the both of you have indeed braved many dangers.
We have no interest in the Titan rights. As Trailblazers, lending a helping hand to unfamiliar worlds is simply our duty.
Trailblazing? What an interesting concept. Surely on your worlds there must also be a Titan which is revered by the masses. But there's no need to further confirm your resolve. We shall soon cross swords with the embodiment of strife. And yet, faced against this menacing threat, your resolve only gleams more intensely. Let's get going. In the era when Kefali had not yet fallen silent, none could stand as their equal. Today, we inherit the duty of the gods, safeguarding the inhabitants of Amphorius. Stand with me and become heroes!
A secret passage. Rotate the clues and assemble the pattern. Once the bar is full, you can quickly move to the target. A secret passage created the power of the Titan. Once a full picture of the path is obtained, you can travel leagues in a mere instant. Oh, oh, okay.
Deathly silence is the proud resonance of Nikador's war drums. Behind this watery veil awaits the arena of conflict.
Oh, that's cool. Who's wailing? My head feels as though it's being ripped apart.
Stay strong! Recall your convictions and everything you hold dear. If you can't do that, then think of death. For doing so might actually keep you alive.
Savage God Mad King.
Different from what I remember.
Incarnation of Strife.
Weaker. So, more distorted?
Executing attack!
Like fun till everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true.
Fight to live!
In the mood for another
Huh. More enemies. Time for a bug.
Now. Now. Characters with glory will obtain buffs via using skill or ultimate to increase glory stacks. Characters with glory can dispel a number of titanic corpus stacks equal to the current glory stacks when attacking.
Time to mix things up.
Good as new.
Slice like my friends. Indulge yourselves! Let's improvise.
Can I have fun this
The mood
time?
is set. Let the show begin.
This combat that needs this is double speed. Firefly type 4, set to the sea, away!
Cast aside all distracting thoughts. To me, I shall withstand their wrath. Even gods can flee. I'll extinguish your core flame, Titan!
The confidence. Feel the same. Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Nikador's not even strong. You guys are scared of this thing?
Burns to ashes! Fight to land!
Stay in step. Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
To bring glory.
Move. This is not the true Nikador, just one of his many godly forms. The core flame isn't here.
New allies of Okima, welcome to Amphorius.
Why did you sound different in the cutscene?
While this welcome banquet is far from elegant, it has helped to remove any misgivings that we had. From this moment forth, you shall be treated as distinguished guests of the Holy City and of the Chrysos as...
And why do you have an accent? Lady Aglaya, your eyes.
Curious about my eyesight? Well, I'm not blind. On the contrary, I can see much more than the typical person. Those with golden blood always have something extraordinary about them. For me, it's perception. I don't need light to measure the world. The wind carries messages along golden threads, delivering countless sensations to my fingertips. Just like how at this present moment, the virtues possessed by the both of you have turned into a warm current that pleases my skin.
Yeah, I told you I'm a heartwarming guy deep down. She's just speaking metaphorically.
A manifestation of Nikador. Could it be that my trial has not arrived yet?
By following the threads of fate, you have begun to write the opening chapter of your story. How do you feel?
Well, truth be told, I don't feel any different. I anticipated a greater challenge. When Trian followed those escaped soldiers, was that part of the plan too?
Naturally. We have long foreseen this attack and didn't intend to waste such a golden opportunity. After Nikador succumbed to madness, their fortress disappeared into the fog, with no one being able to ascertain its location anymore. However, now that they have acted out of character and attacked Akima of their own accord, then the Holy City shall also uncover their hiding place and sound the horn of retaliation.
What an intricate plan indeed. I gave my word that after the situation stabilized, I would reveal all about Amphorius to our allies. However, given that Akima has just barely survived a calamity, and
there are still many shaken citizens who need comfort. Aglaya, would you mind taking care of this in my stead?
Distinguished guests, since you have spared no effort in aiding the Holy City, I will naturally take care of you as well. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance.
Huh?
You two can find me at Marmorial Market after you've grown tired of listening to her tales. In any case, I owe you my hospitality.
Now then, where should we begin?
What is going on? Think that's a good starting point. Lady Aglaya, could you give us some time? We'd like to get back to our mission now that the situation has calmed down. We want to lay down a beacon of the Trailblaze here. I can assure you that this will not bring any repercussions to Alchema. Think of it as a ceremony when traveling to someplace new.
Beacon of the Trailblaze. No problem. Go ahead.
This is the space anchor of Anen Forest. We've taken yet another giant step on the path of Trailblaze. Praise Aki. I'm going to assume you mean Akavili.
What an interesting way to mark the start of your journey. I grow more and more curious about your cause. But please, let me first properly extend my hospitality to you. The conversation we must have will likely be quite lengthy, so why don't we go somewhere more suitable for that?
Everyone wants to talk somewhere else. Why can't we just talk here? Baby with face covered in gold achievement. A weird name. Follow Aglaya to the bath. Oh. Okay. Learn Ornyx's prayer. Enter the Miracle Orb's illumination radiance for the first time. In a single battle against the Savage God. Destroy their war armor and Titanic Corpus. And obtain a maximum 2 stacks of glory for all ally characters. Place your first space anchor in M Forest. Interesting. So we're gonna have to be placing more of them. I guess that makes sense. Since no one's been here before, so the space anchors aren't just there already. What is this icon? What is this? Listen to the Titan's echoes. What does that mean? Divine Echo Ocean, Chalice of Plenty, Bagosa. As the honey brew spills into the ocean, the wave bloom like flowers. In the clamor of great waves and drunkards, all awaken amongst the madness. Just the sound of water. There's gonna be listening things now. We got an achievement for that and some item. Obtain the auto record, Divine Echo Ocean. Watch it not be books anymore and it's all audio records. Gonna really shake things up. What was that thing we got? Why can't I never find these new items in my inventory? I don't know. Who even knows? What was it? Maybe it wasn't my inventory. Maybe it wasn't a book. Ah, yes. Here we go. There are... But they just didn't show us them before. There's 47. That's not too bad. Some of them are audio records. That's interesting. Not all of them. Only 3 of them. Okay. Fair enough. I was going to be really surprised if there was no books at all. And I did have the thought that maybe they just weren't showing it us until we got there. And that is the case. Audio records, though. That's new. That's cool. There's definitely some old books that would have worked well to have the audio record for them, but got them now at least. 47 is a reasonable amount to start off with. Gonna have a lot to do to find them though. We'll take a bath next time. For now, that's where we shall stop. Hopefully we'll get some answers as well. And maybe find some books. I will probably... Well, I'm gonna have to look into upgrading, figuring out what I need to do for Herta. Maybe I'll have something ready for tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see. But for now, thank you all for watching, and until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.